Hi everyone, welcome to Elevated Life Wellness. Thanks for being here today. I'm here, I felt inspired to share and practice alongside with you because I'm super into this practice that I'll be sharing with you today. It's very active for me right now. To share this practice around calming the nervous system. And the reason I'm practicing this, I've just been noticing over the last month or so, things have been happening in my life has been flowing, and in that part of my experience is that it feels like my nervous system is very, very active. I'm feeling it a lot in my heart area, just like feeling my heart like expanding and having like some really big beats. And also in my solar plexus area, just like big ball of nerves, very active, wrapped up. And it's been intense. So once I realized that was happening, I decided that I wanted to give it a little attention to support myself when I'm feeling like that, because it was starting to feel a little overwhelming. And I just want to share as a side note, in my day job where I work with kids, I'm working on a project with them right now where coincidentally we're talking about feelings and how our body gives us different signals to let us know how we're feeling. And just talking with them about some ways to, when you notice like your face getting red, you're embarrassed, or when you notice like big feelings in your body somewhere, things that you can do. And for them, it's like talk to a grown-up who you can trust, take some deep breaths. And so that it's just interesting to me how like that happened to be what is coming up for me to be doing at work. Just teaching the youth about like this basic life thing that I don't remember ever having a conversation with a grown-up about, noticing feelings in my body and ways to deal with that, except for like punitive stuff when I would act out when I was overwhelmed by whatever was happening in my body. So here we are. And okay, one thing to share is drinking water. My favorite thing right now is water with fruit in it, or like a couple leaves of herbs in there, or just like something to spice it up a little bit. It's delicious. Some grapefruit water. Okay, and then here I love taking tinctures, and I wanted an adaptogenic tincture. And I know from what I know about herbs and Ayurvedic medicine and Ayurvedic lifestyle is that adaptogens are a type of medicine that take in the system, and they just kind of like go to where they're needed and support you in whatever way you're needed, and especially for stress. So I like for stress, anxiety, and I'm just like using stress as a really broad term, without like a negative or a positive connotation on it, just like stress, because stress can be like anything. Stress can be like, I don't know, for me right now it's just like having a super regimented schedule, and in a way that discipline supports my lifestyle, especially being a single mom, and just like go through, this is what we do throughout the day. This is kind of like a rhythm that we have. But at the same time, it's just overwhelming, and sometimes it feels like you just want to do something like break the pattern, break, like the regimented schedule, or the monotony is just exhausting, or whatever. That's just one example. But yeah, just stress. Okay, so the adaptogenic herbs that are in here are eleuthero, ashwagandha, that was the one in particular that I really wanted to have. Holy basil, I wanted that in particular too. That's also called Tulsi. You may have, there's this Tulsi brand tea at health food store. That's so good. The Tulsi sweet rose. Shisandra, that's another one that I really wanted to have. This one is new to me, Bacopa. And then licorice and rhodiola is in here, is in this tincture. This one is from Snow Mountain Botanicals. I might look backwards to you. This is a local company in Northern California. But it's a stress relief, adaptogenic, tonic. So you can just kind of look for that in your health food store. Oh shoot, I just spilled my water. You can look for that in your health food store and find something similar. Okay. Just happen to have got a toddler, so I just happen to have some cloths handy. Okay, water cleaned up. Deep breath. Okay, so the stress relief tonic. So the directions on it say to put it in some warm water, which is something that you can do. For me, I just take it, so I just take like a dropper full, put it under my tongue. I like to hold it for a few seconds. I don't think that's a requirement, but I like to do that. I like to get the taste of it. It's really bitter. And then I just take another one if I feel like I really need it. So under the tongue for a second and just swallow it. And then take some deep breaths. So if I'm out, like at work or in the car or out with my daughter or something, if I have these adaptogenic tincture, then I'll take it. If I don't have it, then that's fine. Maybe I drive over to the health food store and pick one up because I know for me, I really need it. Like I'm trying to not get sick right now because I know when I start to get stressed out, the stress is, and I'm also around people who are sick, but even if I'm doing everything I can, like washing my hands, not touching my face, just being really conscious about staying well, if I'm stressed out, I know that will put me over the edge. So that's why this is really important for me. I also have an elderberry elixir with elderberry, like a couple different kind of elderberries tincture that I'm taking very lightly right now, but just as a preventative to give my body a little extra boost. So that's kind of like the herbal stuff that I'm working right now with my active nervous system. So I want to tap into the parasympathetic nervous system to help ground me, calm me down. So if I'm not in my car and I'm at home or someplace where I can sit down and do a little stretching, a little yoga, a little breathing, then that is really what really helps me feel a lot better. And that's the practice that I want to share here with you today. So if you're listening on the podcast, you can listen along. And then if you want to see what all this stuff looks like, then check out the YouTube page, Elevated Life Wellness. If you're watching the YouTube page and you want to take this on the road, then check out the podcast on iTunes or Overcast or any of the other podcast places and search Elevated Life Wellness. All right. So let me clear all this. I've got my pine needle bundle that I had started our ceremony with here, and my water and my tincture. All right, so come to a comfortable seated position. I'm going to do it with you and then just guide you through it because hopefully this is inspiring to you. It's just like a little warm-up type thing. We're not going to get too crazy. So come to half lotus or just a comfortable seated position, however it is. And then ground down both sides of your sits bones. Lift through the chest, lift through the crown of the head. Close your eyes and breathe. And while you're breathing, feel your chest opening up and getting wider on each inhalation. And on your exhalations, pull the low belly in to help support the low back, lengthen the low back. And then just stretch up through the lower, mid, and upper spine. So breathing in through the nose, and then exhaling through the nose. And make a slight constriction in the back of your throat. So your inhale and exhale will sound sort of like the ocean, the waves in the ocean coming in and out of the shore. Also like the same muscles that you use when you say the sound honey, the h in honey. So keep this inhale, exhale breath going and flowing nice and slow. You can open up your eyes, but keep the breath going while I just explain what we're gonna do next. Okay, so a little bit of pranayama. This is really gonna, I love this because it helps get the energy flowing, and it's really gonna like shake things up around the gut, around the internal organs. It's like a massage for me. It's like a hug to my solar plexus. It's really great because it's going to send a lot of fresh oxygenated blood to the heart. Our ribs are going to be opening up and closing down. So just like expanding and contracting as we breathe. And it's so great. So two special kinds of breath that we're going to be doing right now. One is called Kapalabhati breath, and it's short, sharp exhales all through the nose. If you've got boogers in there, blow your nose first because it will be distracting. So short exhales, short, sharp exhales, it looks and sounds like this. So deep breath in, exhale all the air out. Another breath in. So that's Kapalabhati breath. We'll do 30 of those. After those 30 Kapalabhati breaths, after those 30 Kapalabhati breaths, one Uddiyana with a twist, and then another Uddiyana with a forward fold. Okay, so those are two different kinds of breaths we're doing. This is what it will look and sound like. It will be in knee pile when we do it. I'll direct you of how to get into this in just a second. So the Kapalabhati, or the Uddiyana, looks and sounds like this. So stay in the twist when you're ready to breathe. Undo your belly and then take a breath. Come out of the twist and come into one more Uddiyana with a forward fold. When you're ready to take your breath here, let your belly go. Stay in the forward fold. Let your head keep hanging heavy. Okay, so from here, come into either half knee pile with the right leg on top, or full knee pile with the right leg on top. If your hips or your hamstrings are feeling tight, come into half knee pile. That's with the left leg extended out in front of you, flexing the foot, so spreading the toes and flexing the toes back toward the shin. And then the right knee is bent and crossed over the left knee. This is half knee pile. Your hands are back by your hips, lifting the chest, supporting you. Also, by the way, the feet on the right side are, the foot is also flexed, toes pointing back toward the shin. If you're coming into full knee pile, then bend the bottom leg and stack the right knee on top of the left. So here, 30 Kapalabatis, followed by one Uddiyana with a twist, followed by another Uddiyana with a forward fold. Stay in the forward fold when you're done. Feel it all around your hips, around the backs of your legs. Just breathe into it. Surrender here. Just breathe. Okay, so 30 Kapalabatis. Take a big inhale. Exhale all the air out. Inhale nice and big. When you're ready to breathe, let the belly go. Stay in this forward fold. Using your arms, you can walk the fingertips out a little bit further, a couple inches further. Feel your head, the weight of your head lengthening your upper back and your neck. Breathing into any tightness. Seeing if you can do a little micro adjustments to let go a little bit more, using the breath. And now use the hands to walk yourself up. Bring the soles of the feet together. The knees spread out wide. Now just a quick little wrist stretch here. So open up the palms of the hands. Fingers point facing toward you, palms of the hands facing away from you. Spread the palms. Take a big inhale. Exhale, draw the palms and the thumbs down to the floor, lengthening the forearm. Inhale the fingers back up. One more just like that. Exhale, palms come down to the floor. And now switch sides. Knee pile, half knee pile with the right leg extended and the left leg on top with the knees stacked. If you're in half knee pile, if you did half on the other side, you probably do half again on this side. Or full knee pile with the left leg on top. Left knee on top. Stack the knees. Make sure that both sides of the hips, hip bones are and sits bones are right down on the ground. If you're popping up at all, then that's your body telling you to lengthen the bottom leg. And even if you've sometimes done the whole knee pile and you're tilted up today, do the half knee pile. You get the same benefits and you're not overstretching and you're not getting your joints out of alignment. It's better for you if you meet your body where it's at and not try and push it too hard, which just goes right in with the theme of tending to your stress to help you, to support you and live the lifestyle that you want and not be a nervous stress case. Okay, so left leg on top, 30 Kapalabhatis followed by one Uddiyana with a twist, and then an Uddiyana with the forward fold. Stay in the forward fold. Inhale. Exhale fully. Inhale fully. Once again, stay in the forward fold. Let your head continue to be drawn toward the earth by gravity, lengthening the upper back, the back of the neck, all around the left hip and butt area. Keep breathing. Come back into that Ujjayi, oceanic sounding breath with the constriction in the back of your throat. And then walk the hands up, walk the torso up, undo the legs, and come back to a comfortable seated position. And bring your hands to your heart. Bring the palms together, hands at the heart. Take a couple breaths. Maybe an open mouth exhale. Just letting that energy release. So we'll close this little mini yoga breathing ceremony to tend to our stress and tend to our nerves, to calm our nervous system. And we'll close class today, close this little session with 3 rounds of Om. So that's just connecting us all in this practice, whatever time and space that we're in. It's letting the energy flow through us, taking new, fresh energy in, moving the stagnant out. So, yay, it doesn't get much better than that. So take a big inhale and then exhale Om 3 times. The light in me honors the light in you. Thank you for sharing this practice today. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for listening. I hope that there was something in here that was inspiring to you, some part of it that you feel like you could try like right away. Because I believe that every little bit counts. Every little way that we give an issue attention, the universe brings it back to us. So keep putting out the energy that you want to be putting out when you're noticing inside of your body energy that is weighing you down or slowing you down or taking you out of your evenness. It can be these practices can really support coming back to center, coming back to yourself, coming back to your true self, supporting yourself with maybe herbs, water, breathing, even like in that Om, the vibration that's created inside the body is just very powerful for moving energy. So all these different types of medicine to support us that I'm using, because I am just like in the trenches, just like you, just getting through it and having this experience. And I'm inspired by people and events, and I've got just inspiration everywhere all around, and so I just want to just like keep that inspiration moving. So once again, thank you for tuning in, however you are, and may you be supported, may you be happy, and may you experience miracles. Namaste.